Hello, warm welcome. This will be a guided Qigong practice. Qigong means cultivation of vital energy. So in a moment, I will offer a practice probably around 10 to 12 minutes and know that everything I offer is an invitation. So if it doesn't work for your body today, that's okay. You're welcome to find a different variation or perhaps take a moment standing in mountain form, noticing your feet connecting to the ground. So the only counterindications for these first few forms, known as the purging or purifying forms in Qigong, is if you're menstruating. So if that's the case for you, you may want to move ahead to the part where we tonify the yang and the yin organs. So if you like, coming into what's known as Wuji form, similar to mountain form in yoga, and you're welcome to take a moment to shift your weight from side to side. You can look down at your feet, maybe even lift your toes if you like. And you can always use the support of a wall or a chair to help you balance today. Perhaps allowing your arms to rest at your side. Might interest you to roll your shoulders back and down a few times. Taking a moment to again bring the energy in from the ground as best you can through the soles of your feet. Taking a slight micro bend in your knees. If it's comfortable, engaging the muscles in your abdomen to release the low back. Allowing your hands to rest at your side. And the first form is pulling down the heavens or pulling down the sky. So if you like, drawing your palms forward, and when you're ready, inhaling your palms up, you might come up just below the shoulders, you might come up towards the shoulders, or you might come up towards the sky. It doesn't matter. Find the right movement for your shoulders today. And then gently pressing the palms down towards the earth. I'd like to try that a couple times. So extending the palms towards the sky. Exhaling, pulling down the sky, pulling down the energy from the sky. Maybe one or two more of these. Bringing awareness to the front of your body, back of your body, and all in between the front and the back. And then if you like, using your fingers and bending forward wherever your body bends, it doesn't matter if you touch your toes. And using your fingers to draw up your legs, up the lines of energy, the meridians through the legs, all the way up, up, until you get to the area of the chest, crossing your arms over, and then releasing, letting go of any stagnation through the hands. And then using your hands to brush over the back side of the body, scanning down the back side of the body, bending to wherever your body bends, and releasing your hands once more. And then beginning again. So drawing your hands up your body, crossing at your chest when you're ready, releasing. And then the back side of the body, scanning down the back, releasing here. And then coming back to center. You could choose to continue that, or you might move to the next form. Here you can extend your arms shoulder width, shoulder length, or you could have your arms a little further connected to down towards the ground, whatever feels better. And then if you like, beginning a swaying motion. Letting your knees bend if you like. Maybe your gaze comes to one side. Flowing like water. Take your time. Finding your rhythm. your breath. And then when you're ready, coming back to center, maybe taking a moment to look down at your feet, making contact with the earth. And here there's an invitation to come up onto the toes and then release onto the heels. And again, you can do this with the support of a wall. Again, coming up onto your toes and releasing. Maybe inviting your jaws to release. And then when you're ready, going back to center. And if it interests you, coming into what's known as trembling horse. So if you like, starting by shaking your wrists, shaking your arms, maybe shaking your legs. If you like, shaking your whole body, letting any sound come or go. And from there, returning to center. And pulling down the sky 3 more times. So again, your palms could face forward, checking in that your knees aren't locked. When you're ready, inhaling your arms up to wherever they want to go today. And then exhaling your arms down. And continuing that at your own pace. Your arms might be moving higher than mine. Perhaps a smaller movement. All is welcome. Back through center. And we'll do one more form before we move into the yang and yin tonifying practices. So if you like, again, coming to Wuji form, your feet can be about hip width apart if you like, whatever feels most stable for you. And in this form, an invitation to, as if you're creating a ball of energy you're holding. And then from there, you can start to bend forward as if you're scooping up that ball, drawing it all the way up, bringing your arms up, palms facing outward, fingertips facing inwards, coming down, opening the spine as you come down, bending through your knees if you like, and then drawing that ball of energy or water up, raising your arms once more, fingertips pointing in as you root down, down, down. Take your time. One more time, gathering the energy or the ball of water all the way back up. Coming back to center. And taking a pause here if you like to place one hand beneath the collarbones, one hand the abdomen. Maybe you're choosing to rest your hands somewhere else today. And then if you like, come into some tonifying practices for the yin and yang organs. The first one is known as swaying for the yang organs. So if you're going to catch a volleyball, and as you bend your knees, you can release the ball. Bending your knees and releasing the ball. Be trying this a few times. And then coming back to center, moving into the organs of yin, the lungs, beginning with the lungs, connected to the element of metal, to the fall season. So here, if you like, bringing the fingertips together again. And as you exhale, opening, inhale, drawing in fresh white energy for the lungs. Exhaling any stagnant gray energy. And continuing this movement If it's helpful to bring the breath and the colors in, you can do so. You might just want to stick to the embodiment of the form, moving your arms in and out, opening, creating space in the lobes of the lungs. Again, associated with the fall season. And then when you're ready, you'll come back to center. You'll come into the kidneys. The kidneys associated with the water element in the winter, deep yin time. And here, you can place one hand at your back, at your kidney. And the other hand's going to swoop around as if it was grabbing fresh water. So coming down, scooping that fresh, bright blue water, coming around, palm facing out, and then exhaling again, grabbing that nourishing water, going back up, and continuing this at your own pace. You might be moving slower and faster than me. You might be bending closer to the earth, or perhaps you're not coming as far forward as me. And then when you're ready, switching your hands, so now the opposite hand faces out, if that's okay for your body. You could also have it more to the side. And then when you're ready, scooping up that fresh, blue, bright water, nourishing the kidneys and the adrenals in the deep winter season associated with water. Find your rhythm. Knowing at any time you can pause or take a break. If something's not working for you, you can move to the next one. And then when you're ready, coming into the spring now, the liver season. So if you like, one palm facing forward, one palm facing up. And then bending in the knees will begin the movement of spring associated with the element of wood and green. So if you like, imagine getting rid of any stale, stagnant energy as you gently push one hand out, drawing in fresh, green, emerald green energy, the new spring color. Knees might bend a bit here, moving at your own pace. Already, going back to center, getting into the early summer, the heart is associated with the color red and pink. So if you like, this one is if you're creating a ball, holding a ball here. When you're ready, starting to look up towards one side, turning the bottom palm up towards the sky or pushing the opposite palm out. And coming back through center, finding that ball again, and then coming to the other side. This one might take a bit of time to get used to, so take your time. Knees might bend, your heels might lift. And bring in that fresh, bright, red energy associated with the summer and heart. And release any stale, stagnant pink energy no longer needed. And then coming back through center. Pull down the skies one time, so palms facing up towards the sky when you're ready. And then releasing, allowing your palms to come down. And then drawing your pinkies towards the front Lock the energy in at your heart. And then we have one more organ to work with, moving through the seasons and cycles. Coming to late summer and the harvest, associated with the spleen, and the color orange. So if you like creating a triangle in front of you, you can have it up or in front of your heart. Whatever feels better for your shoulders. Imagining the bright late summer sun in this triangle as you shift from side to side. Again, your knees might bend, your heels might lift. Finding your rhythm. Hands might be down a bit more, and it feels better. Bringing in this fresh, bright orange, seeming stale, murky energy. And when you're ready, releasing and back to Muji form. Pull down the heavens 3 more times. Pull down the skies. You're ready, palms facing up. Releasing, when you're ready, palms facing down. And continuing maybe 2 or 3 more times. Your own pace, own rhythm. And if you like, taking your palms so they're facing you. When you're ready, exhaling, releasing your palms over your physical body, bending to wherever your body bends, and then coming up with your palms facing out. You might come down closer to the ground, towards your toes, or perhaps your movement is a bit smaller, coming to your torso and then back up. Really doesn't matter. And then taking your hands together, getting some heat, taking that heat, if you like, over your abdomen or any other area of your body that would like a little bit extra support. Going clockwise, same direction as colon. And one more time, pulling down the sky. Like taking your hands at your body, wherever that feels comfortable. Turning back to the Uji form. Perhaps taking a moment to honor the time you've taken to care for yourself. Offer deep self-stewardship. Thank you for joining me.